co-founders at 33 Shake. And in this video, it's time to talk about the sugar tax and why it's a total shambles. Now at 33 Shake, our mission is to deliver the very best in value for endurance athletes. We do that in store at 33shake.com with our groundbreaking natural sports nutrition products. And we do it in videos, on our podcast, on our blog, on social media, by sharing the very best in nutrition, training, mindset, knowledge, tips and tricks that you can use to take your game to the next level. Like I said, this video is all about the sugar tax and why it's a disaster. Now, you would think that as the founder of a British natural sports nutrition company committed to massive change, health and performance, that I would be over the moon wetting myself with excitement about the sugar tax. Because frankly, the UK government has at last stepped in to curtail the excess of an industry that has been pouring unnecessary tons of sugar into just about everything, frankly, for far too long, with a resultant health time bomb stroke disaster. You can be as scaremongering as you like with the terms, but let's just say the amount of sugar they were putting in stuff was A, getting stupid, and B, was not good for anybody. That tax, that should be the government smacking down the industry, putting them in their place and letting them know that they can't ride roughshod over consumers and keep messing up public health willy-nilly, because look, here's a tax for you and now you're going to have to change. So I should be really excited about it. Unfortunately, it's a total turkey. Here's why. The biggest reason the sugar tax is a total shocker is that the sugar that's been removed from everything has, in 9 times out of 10, or even more often, been swapped for something much, much worse. It's been swapped for artificial sweeteners that are significantly more damaging. We're talking maltodextrin, we're talking acesulfame K, sucralose, aspartame, basically toxic ingredients. So less sugar, more toxic crap. And a lot of these things are associated with a number of very unpleasant long-term health side effects, much more so than sugar ever has been. So there's your first reason, number one. Second reason sugar tax is a really bad thing is otherwise sane, educated, smart consumers are now actively avoiding sugar. This has got so extreme that I kid you not, I have had several conversations lately, which is what prompted this video, the blog post that goes with it, the podcast and everything else on this subject. These people are actively reducing their fruit and vegetable intake because they're worried about how much sugar they're going to get. I mean, really? Just for the record here, it's not actually possible to eat too much sugar when you're eating fruit and vegetables, because even though fruit and vegetables contain sugar, the key is in the word contain. To get that sugar, your body has to digest the piece of fruit to release the sugar within it. It's bound up in fiber and everything else inside the fruit. Okay, that naturally regulates digestion and absorption of sugar. It also regulates how much you can eat. Okay, like you can't eat 100 oranges. It's just not physically possible. There's too much volume there. When sugar is processed, whether it's turned into something seemingly benign like fruit juice, whether it's turned into high fructose corn syrup, whether it's turned into powdered sugar, at that point the body can access it much, much more quickly than it was ever designed to do. Then we can start to get a problem. Excessive consumption can happen really, really easily. Eating fruit and veg, you can't eat too much. Okay, good. These people, we got those extreme people who are cutting out their fruit and veg. Other people like actively don't want the sugar product. Thank heavens there are all these new low sugar products out there for me. I am saved. Great. Isn't that good news? No, it's not. Invariably, you've just bought a ton of artificial sweeteners that are actually worse for you than the sugar that you are avoiding, and you think you're doing the right thing, but unfortunately you've been sold a pup. In the meantime, food companies are saving a packet, which we'll come to in a minute. And the food companies are able to position themselves as the great saviours of public health. They are absolutely milking this media bandwagon for all it's worth, by basically saying, we have listened to consumer demand, and we are alarmed by public health statistics, and we want to do what's best for our consumers. So we have responsibly reduced sugar across all of Blogs's Wheato Pops line, so you can enjoy them just as much as before, but now you can be even healthier. Thank you very much. As we've seen, this is essentially a complete load of old codswallop. Saving consumers in that way is a little bit like a lifeboat turning up to save some poor bloke who's just fallen out of his boat, and instead of saving him, punching him in the face and standing him on his head. So, third reason sugar tax sucks. The very companies who the government has stood up to are now saving an absolute fortune in two ways. One, they've complied with the regulations, so they're not paying the sugar tax, so no extra money is coming in for public health there. But also, artificial sweeteners, man-made sweeteners, they're a lot cheaper on the international market, and their prices remain a lot more stable than natural ingredients like sugar. So why is this? Well, the clue's in the word natural. A natural product goes off. It has a shelf life. It has bad harvests, it has good harvests. So what that means is in any 1 year, the price of a natural ingredient will fluctuate wildly. However, a processed sweetener made in a lab, not so much really. That's a pretty easy one to calculate. Prices flatline, and they're cheaper, and they last longer, and they're easier to manage. It's why food companies love them. So they've just been given an open pass to use even more of this stuff. So double whammy for them, which means overall sugar tax. Everyone wins. Government looks like they've been tough in the interest of public health. Food companies look like they've been responsible in the interest of public health. And the food companies save a load of money. Unfortunately, the government basically doesn't get any tax. And then what are we left with? What about the consumer? Nah, you didn't really get looked after at all, unfortunately, because the consumer who does all the right things, who avoids sugar, stops eating all that dangerous fruit and veg, who then gets all these low sugar products and accidentally ingests a ton of toxic artificial sweeteners, it's really been sold a pup. And that's true in the supermarket just as it is in sports nutrition. You'll find the huge majority of ordinary sports nutrition products, powders, gels, bars, all contain these same artificial sweeteners. We are talking maltodextrin, we're talking acesulfame K, we're talking sucralose, aspartame. They're all in there, and they're saving a lot of money with that. So you can have a low sugar sports nutrition product. Most of them are, because they're full of sweeteners. It's not going to do you any favours at all. And the clue for that will be in the fact that you feel rubbish using it. If you do, that's probably why. Anyway, we've got off track a bit. Back to the sugar tax. So this is all a bit Daily Mail and confusing. You can get into the point where it's like, well, one week, red wine gives you cancer, and the next week it doesn't. It's all just a load of mumbo jumbo gone mad. There is a really, really easy way to beat your way through the health and performance minefield that is the sugar tax and all the conflicting information that's out there. It's really, really simple. All you've got to do, right, if you take nothing away from this video, this is it. Focus your diet on whole foods. That's really it. We're talking fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, pulses, and for those of you who do meat and fish, good quality meat and fish. Work with whole foods and make your meals out of those. Like, food's not processed, it's got no junk in it, you don't have to worry whether it's low sugar or not. It is what it is, and it'll be delicious. And swap your soft drinks for water. That's it. If you make that the cornerstone of your diet, then this entire sugar tax debate, the whole sweetness debate, you don't even need to think about it. Best of all, your recovery is going to improve, your performance is going to improve, and that's going to make you stronger on race day, which is all that any of us are really after, eh? So look, I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks very much for watching. To connect with all things 33 Shake, you can join us on social media. The links are below the video. You can email us, our contact is down there. And if you're looking for the best in sports nutrition for your running, cycling, or swimming, or your triathlon, then why not check out what we've got to offer at 33shake.com. Either way, look forward to seeing you or hearing from you.